Hi, my name is Jovi, and Gracie's coming over here right now. Here she is.
Hello. Hi, Jovi.
Hi.
Welcome to Kidz Korner. And happy spring break, if people are on spring break, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
today we're going to be talking about, what's the word again?
Communion.
Communion.
Right. Communion. But before we do, what's going to happen?
We'll do our verse.
Okay.
Or march.
Do you remember which one it was? Which one?
Proverbs
3, 5. Can you say it by yourself?
Proverbs. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, Jovi. Well, before we talk about communion, I want to show you something. I have a picture book here. Okay. This is when I was in high school. Can you find me on that page? That's me.
Yeah.
That was me when I was 18, right? So I look a little bit different. I look older, but it's still me, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, I can tell because your eyebrows are still look like.
They still look like that?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
still look like.
Okay. All right. Well, the reason we have books like this with pictures is so that we remember people. And then you get your friends to sign your book.
Do you know some of this people?
Uh-huh, yeah. I knew all the people. See, somebody signed it. Sometimes I'll let you sit down and read them all. But a lot of these people were my good friends. A lot of people I didn't know. Some of them were just people I knew, but we really weren't friends. But they signed it. And then that means years later you can look back through and go, oh, I remember this, right? Or like a picture album.
How did you make a book like this?
I didn't make it. A book company made it, and then we had to buy them. So later
That
today
might
you can
happen.
look through it.
That might happen today.
Yeah, oh, it still happens today. When you get in middle school and high school,
I might see myself.
yep, you would see yourself and your friends.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it helps us to remember
Did my dad
people.
have that?
You can ask him where his is. Okay. Well, when Jesus died on the cross and went to heaven to be with his Father,
Yeah.
he left behind something to help other people remember him. And it wasn't a yearbook. He didn't leave a yearbook.
Dad.
Okay. Just before Jesus was crucified on the cross, he called his 12 disciples together for a meal. And the meal was called the Last Supper because Jesus knew he was going to die. And he got together with them, and we call that communion because communion is getting together. Okay? And I'm going to show you've seen these before at church.
Yes.
Okay? So Jesus had something that looked like this, okay, to show the disciples. And he told them, this is the bread that I want you to remember my body by. So this was supposed to remind people like us, the disciples, of the body of Christ. Okay? And this, now generally this liquid in here is red. I didn't have any red liquid, so I'll just put plain in there. And then he told them, this represents the blood that I shed on the cross. So whenever you take communion, I want you to remember me because he died on the cross for us, didn't he? He died for us. So Jesus gave them communion that night before the day before he was hung on the cross. So it happened on a Thursday night in a room called the upper room. The upper room. It was a room like on a second floor of a house. The upper room. Okay? So what I thought we could do, if you wanted to take communion, we could do that. Before we take communion, we always need to make sure that our hearts are in the right place, our minds minds are in the right place. That if there's anybody we're mad at, we need to ask God to help us forgive them. Okay? And remember that we're doing it to thank God for having his son sacrifice his life for us up on the cross. Okay? So, usually in church, they either call people up or people have communion at their seats, and the pastor gives them, and they'll say, this is the bread of Christ, the body of Christ that died for you. Eat this and remember him. So if you want to eat it, you can. I know it's not yummy, but that's not what it's about, right? And then the preacher, or who's ever giving communion, will say, this is the blood of Christ that was shed for you. Drink this and remember me. So that's what Jesus did with the 12 disciples on Thursday before he died on the cross on Friday. And it was called the Last Supper. We call it communion, but Jesus called it their Last Supper. Okay? So let's have a little prayer. Lord Jesus, thank you for giving us this picture of communion to remind us of what you did for us when you died on the cross. Help us to always remember to be thankful. Amen. So, Jovi, next video is going to be about Friday, the Friday he died, and then Easter Sunday, when he rose from the dead. Remember the t-shirt I told you? The 3 things?
Yes.
It happened in 3 days. Right. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's what we're going to talk about next time. Okay?
He died. What time?
He was hung on the cross like the day before, right?
Yeah.
He died on the cross, and then
What-
the third
what
day he
day?
rose.
What day?
Friday. On a Friday. It's called Good Friday. And we'll talk about it because that doesn't seem like a very good name for it, does it? But we'll talk about that. Or you and Gijo will, because y'all are going to do that video.
Or we can I don't know. But Good Friday, I know, doesn't sound like a good.
Yeah, but we'll talk about why we call it that. Okay?
I'll get it. Like a Good Friday is not a good name.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let's tell our friends goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. And we'll go turn it off, okay?
Okay.